Hey Pookies, it's your girl Ia. How are you? I hope you're doing beautiful, magnificent, splendid. It is currently 4:36 p.m. I have some plans tonight with the girly pops, so we're gonna do a little get ready with me, and I also have some good news to share with you guys. My good news is that I got into grad school. I can't remember what video I mentioned I was planning to go back, but yeah, I'm going back. I got into ASU special education with a concentration in applied behavior analysis program. It will take me about 18 months to get my master's, so I'm really stoked that I'm not going to be drowning in school for years and years and years. You're probably wondering, like, Ia, what the hell is applied behavior analysis? Like, what does that mean? What do you do? Like, give us the rundown, and I will be more than happy to. So basically, applied behavior analysis is you analyzing behaviors. I currently work in ABA right now, and it's such a rewarding job. It is such a rewarding job. It can be tiring. It can be very tiring, but it makes it all worth it when I see my kiddos just making progress, or when I just have families expressing their gratitude for me. Like, it's a really rewarding job. Like, I can't emphasize it enough. I currently work as a program supervisor, and I have many different responsibilities. Some of the core responsibilities I have are making sure I'm providing supervision to the behavior technicians, testing out new skills, writing reports. I have a list of things that I do on a daily basis, and it can get overwhelming, you know, especially as a supervisor. You have a caseload of children, so it can be a lot at times, but luckily with this job, it's actually very flexible. Like, even as busy as it gets, like, because I'm able to make my own schedule, I can make things work. So then that's when school comes into play, because it's going to be a fully asynchronous program, thank God. Because let me tell you, I was not about to be working an 8-hour day and then have to rush home and log on for class at a specific time. Like, no, I was not going to be doing that. I personally just would not be able to handle it. You're probably going to think I'm crazy when I say this, but ASU is the only grad school I applied to. I didn't apply to any other school because I was so adamant that I had to get into this program. Like, it wasn't up for debate. There was no ands, ifs, or buts. I was like, I'm going to get into this program. Like, not to toot my own horn, but like, I graduated from undergrad with a 3.9. I graduated summa cum laude. My resume is amazing. I'm currently working in the field, so I was like, there's no reason I shouldn't get in. I know it sounds cocky, but I was just feeling really optimistic. I was just feeling like, you know what? I want to get in, so I'm going to get in. It's going to be by force. I don't care. Quick little pause. Love this foundation so bad. I love it so bad. It is Morphe's Filter Effect Foundation in the shade Deep 34. Anyways, to continue, my cousin helped me revise my personal statement. She gave me feedback. I made the edits. I submitted it in, and I actually heard back from them like a week later. It was pretty quick. It was a pretty quick process. And obviously my parents were so excited because I am, you know, one, getting a higher education, and two, I feel like I'm living the life they've always envisioned for themselves, but were never able to. So it makes me feel really good knowing that I'm not only doing this for me, but I'm doing this for them and making them proud. So you're probably wondering, like, what am I gonna do with my degree? Like, what's the next step up? Like, yeah, you're telling us absolutely nothing. I'm getting there. Damn, patient. So basically, the next step up is becoming a BCBA, which stands for Board Certified Behavior Analyst. So that is the next position up from my current position, and obviously, like, you need your master's degree to be in that position. And I have to hand it to my employers because I swore up, down, left, right, and center after getting my bachelor's that I was done with school. I was like, screw this. I am not doing this to myself again. Like, I'm done. I got the paperwork that I needed. I got my big girl job. I'm good. But one of my bosses was like, yeah, like, you would be such a great BCBA. Like, you are so passionate about this field. You catch on to things so quickly. It's like, we give you feedback, you apply it right away. It's like, why wouldn't you go the next step up? She goes, I'm not going to force you, but I'm going to be annoying until you tell me to stop. I was like, okay, girl. I really had to give it some thought because I was like, okay, like, it's different because in undergrad, I was working part-time while in school, and now it's vice versa. Like, now I'm working full-time. So it's like, will I be able to handle working a full-time job and going to school? Like, I really, like, I gave it so much thought. I gave it so much prayer. I was like, I'll know if it's meant to happen. Like, I'll just feel it in my gut and my heart that it's meant to happen. And as I was thinking about it, I started doing research. I was like, okay, like, I wouldn't want to have to log on for class at a specific time. I want to go at my own pace. I was like, okay, it has to be an asynchronous program. I was like, I don't want to take more than 2 classes at a time. 1 would be ideal. 1 would definitely be ideal. But if I have to take 2 at a time, then so be it. So I think I searched up like best master's programs for applied behavior analysis, and ASU was on the list. I did my research and this, that, and the third, applied. Here I am. So basically, as a behavior analyst, I'm obviously not going to be working as directly with the children, and like, that's another thing that I took into consideration because I was like, I really love being hands-on with kiddos. And I mean, granted, like, in my current position as a program supervisor, like, I don't see the kids as frequently compared to the behavior technicians, but I am more available to see them compared to the BCBAs. So I was like, I really still want to be hands-on with these kiddos though. I was just like going back and forth about it. As my responsibilities started increasing, like, I started, you know, conducting parent trainings more on my own, you know, parent meetings more on my own. Just getting a grasp on like the behind the scenes work when it comes to program implementation, like just like doing all the behind the scenes stuff and the more like collaborative work with families. I was like, wait, I enjoy this. I enjoy this. Like, don't get me wrong, I love working with the kiddos because I started off as a behavior technician, so I was doing the direct therapy with them. But being in this role as a program supervisor, I was like, wait, like, this is a completely different ball game that I still really enjoy. Another pause, sorry, I have to show y'all these products because I love them. Huda Beauty's Uba Birthday Cake Setting Powder. It's a limited edition shade. Love it. Love it. But anyways, to continue, I feel like sometimes as a program supervisor, because you're not working directly with the children as much compared to the behavior technicians, I feel like there's some sense of self-doubt sometimes. You're like, oh, like, you know, is the work that I'm doing paying off? Like, am I doing a good job? And when you go in, you know, to do your supervision and you see a kid mastering a goal, you're like, holy crap, my work is paying off. Or like when you see parents, you know, picking up on skills that you've taught them, it's like, oh my gosh, like, I see the impact. I really do. And I think looking at it from that point of view has been really helpful for me because it's really put me in that mindset, like, okay, like, just because I would be more behind the scenes as a BCBA, that does not mean I would have any less of an impact on these children and their families. And I'm obviously so grateful for my bosses. Like, they are amazing mentors. Like, any questions I have, like, I never feel like I'm asking a stupid question because they're always just open door policy, just like ask me any question you want, ask if you need help, ask if you need support. Like it's never, like I never feel intimidated like at all. So that also was another thing that I took into consideration. I was like, you know what, like if I pursue becoming a BCBA, like I'm gonna be in such great hands. Like I'm going to have amazing mentors, I'm gonna have the support that I need to succeed. Like I'm gonna be just fine. Like I don't have to handle all of this on my own. But yeah, my classes start in March and I'm super excited but obviously super nervous at the same time. Oh my god, like oh my god. But you know what, one thing about ASU, I have to give it to them because they have been so amazing even during the application process. Like I always had someone calling to check on me to see how the application was going. I've had obviously emails and texts since getting accepted, just making sure I'm good. People sending me their, or like the success coach sending me their what's it called, like their availability to set up a meeting just to check in with me. It's like they on top of it. They want us to succeed and I'm for it. So let's talk about like taking a gap year. I guess in my case taking a 2-year gap almost, because yeah, it's gonna be, oh my god, wait, is it gonna be 2 years? It is gonna be 2 years. It's gonna be 2 years in May, which is nuts to think about. I personally, I needed the break. Like I'm just gonna keep it 100 with y'all. Like I needed the break. I knew that if I were to ever consider going back to school, that I would need that break, because there's no way like I could go from, you know, 5 classes every semester for 4 years to just jumping into a master's program where it's going to be a lot more intense. I was like, I need a break. I need a break. I just need to work, do what I gotta do, and just take care of me. I gotta put me first. 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 I gotta put me first, Lucian. I've had relatives tell me like, oh, you know, it's gonna be hard. Like, you know, going back, like the more you put it off, like the harder it is gonna be for you to go. And I was like, okay, I hear you. But I just needed the break. I was like, I mentally am in no position to go back right after undergrad. Like that was just me. Obviously everyone's different, but I will say for me, like taking that break was very necessary, not only to, you know, rejuvenate and just be at peace after 4 years of chaos when it came to classes and exams and work and like all of that, but also I think it was just a time for me to just adjust to post-grad life, because I'm not even gonna hold y'all, like adjusting post-grad was not easy. Like it was pretty difficult for me. I got into a pretty deep funk, and I think someone looking from the outside would be like, what the fuck is she like down about? Like she got her degree, she got her big girl job straight after getting that degree. Like what is it? Like what would she be sad about? And it's not necessarily that I was like sad about anything. I think it was just like, damn, like I'm entering the real world. Can't speak. I'm entering the real world now, and it was a lot. It was a lot to process. So I just needed that time to just focus on myself, and I also had like other personal stuff going on the side. I was like, yeah, I just need to put me first. So yeah, I mean, obviously everyone has their own takes about taking a break from school, but I will confidently say that it was helpful for me. It's what I needed, and I feel, though anxious to go back to school, I also feel strong in my ability to handle it. Now, to anyone who is currently in undergrad, you want some tips about surviving? I'm gonna give it to you anyways, it's fine. First thing is that you need to know yourself. Okay, you need to know yourself real good. What I mean by this is when you're picking classes, Do you think you'll be able to handle 5 courses in one semester? Do you think you'll be able to handle taking that 8 a.m. class? Yeah, because let me tell y'all, 8 a.m.s in college, I don't know what it is, but people weren't kidding when they said it's not the same like 8 a.m. in high school. Alright, like after freshman year, I was like, I am never taking an 8 a.m. in college again. I just can't. Like, unless it's by force and I have to, I'm not doing it. So yeah, you need to know yourself. Like, you are the person setting yourself up for success. Like, in college, no one is holding your hand. Like, yeah, obviously there's like resources to help you succeed, but like you need to go looking for those resources if you want the help. You need to be able to hold yourself accountable. Like, it all comes down to you because you're a grown-ass adult. Another thing too is to not compare yourself. Everyone is going to college for different reasons. Everyone is moving at their own pace. Like, don't worry about what the next person is doing or how they're handling things. Like, you focus on you. Because are they getting that degree for you? No. You are. Like, if it takes you 4 years to graduate, awesome. If it takes you 5 years, great. If it takes you 6, 7 years, that's great too. Like, don't compare yourself to other people. Like, just focus on you. Do what you gotta do. And everything is going to fall into place like it's supposed to. Because it's your own path. Just trust. Just trust. Other thing is to make those connections. Make those connections. Make those connections with your professors, with other peers in your class, people in clubs that you join. Like, I promise you, it's gonna go such a long way. It's gonna go such a long way knowing that you have a community of people that you can reach out to for that support. And you never know, those same people might also reach out to you because they need something from you. And it's a community. Like, I feel like in college you need that community, and everyone just needs to help each other out every now and then. Like, for example, not too long ago I went back to be on an alumni panel, and it was really cool to know that there are, you know, other students who are interested in the field that I'm currently in, and B, just being able to connect more with, you know, other alumni, because like, these are people I've never seen in my life before. And someone else on the panel actually happened to be a BCBA. And I was like, like, and we ended up connecting on LinkedIn. Like, I promise you, making those connections are, like, you're gonna thank me later. You're gonna thank me later. Last thing is to take it all in. Take it all in. Because when I tell you, I feel like I blinked and it was graduation day. Like, I feel like undergrad drags but also goes by so fast at the same time. Like, take it all in, enjoy. Obviously, work hard, but still enjoy. Oh, let me add one more thing. Also, it's completely fine to change your mind in undergrad. Because, y'all, before getting into college, I swore up and down going to medical school. Like, I swore up, down, left, right, and center for years. I was like, I'm gonna go to medical school. I'm gonna become a pediatrician. Like, that's what I want to do. And then year after year went by in high school. College apps came around the corner, and I was like, I don't want to do this. Like, I don't want to be a doctor. I don't want to do this. And I mean, for me, obviously, like, that realization came earlier. But it's okay if you're an undergrad and like you change your mind. It's okay if you go in undecided. It's okay if you want to change your major at some point. Like, don't feel stuck. Like, I feel like with the current state of the world, we need a little bit of passion. We need a little bit of happiness in our life. So to get that passion, that drive, that motivation means you changing your mind at some point during your college career. Go for it. Like, you don't want to go into a field being miserable. Like, you want to at least like what you do. Like, yeah, like, you want to be financially stable, but at the same time, it's like, you also want to enjoy what you do. You don't want to be making all this money and like being miserable every time you clock into work. So yeah, that's that. That's my little update. That's my good news. I also hope my little spiel about going back to school and just like school in general was insightful for you. And overall, I hope you enjoyed this video. I really do enjoy just like being a big sissy to everyone and just like sharing my life, and also like just giving my 2 cents on things. Like, it makes me feel good. It makes me feel good helping others. So look at the finished look for my makeup. Let's see. Okay, Pookies, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if there's any videos in particular you want to see me make. Again, don't hesitate to let me know, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Love you, Pookies.